welcome to another episode of The Consistent Creator. And in this video, or in this episode, we want to talk about millennials in the workplace. Yeah, that's right, millennials in the workplace. My generation, we want three things in the workplace: connection, collaboration, and compensation. I'll say that again: connection, collaboration, and compensation. What am I talking about? Alright, so connection. As a millennial and in the millennial generation, we want to feel like we're connected to a bigger purpose. We want to feel like we're really connected and kind of somewhat valued or appreciated in the operations or in the overall scope of the company. Yeah, it's great to make money, which I'll get into that in a little bit, but we want to feel like there's more of a higher purpose than just money. We actually want to feel like our hard work and our results are actually being appreciated and, taken into consideration. And we want to feel, connected. We don't want to feel so far off with, you may ask somebody, hey, who's your senior manager? Millennial will be like, I don't know. Who's your vice president? Who's the CEO of the company? Nowadays, millennials don't feel so connected, so they don't even know this type of things, You ask them about earnings and shares, so there's a disconnect between the millennial generation and the other generations, and also all areas of leadership. But, like I said, we all just want to feel connected. We thrive on connection as people. Everything in life is based on the connection. A connection that you have with yourself and a connection that you have with others. So connection is very important, especially for millennials, because now we're looking at it as our time is also an investment. So just like we want to get a return where we show up to work, we get compensated for that, we also want to get a return on our time. We want to feel like our time is really being invested in the right uses. That's another reason too why a lot of millennials really care more about work-life balance. The other generations were like, I gotta work, I gotta grind, I gotta hustle, I gotta get this money. A lot of millennials are getting to the point they were like, well, what? If I'm gonna get more time off, I'll take less money. I got no problem with that. And I know several millennials, and I had several colleagues. I'm thinking about one colleague right now, well, a former colleague, in which we used to work together. And he's the epitome of that. He used to work hard, stay late, get overtime, but it was making him sick. I may have told the story before, so if I have, please forgive me. But he was just like, no, I like my work-life balance, He wanted to go home, relax with his partner, and drink wine, go to a nice restaurant, do things that watch a TV show on Netflix, do things that he really enjoyed. So for him, he wanted to feel connected to work-life balance, but he also wanted to feel connected to the company that we're working for. So not everything is about money, at least for millennial generation. It is important, but you'll be surprised to see that it's not number one. The studies come out year after year after year, and the top 10 things that millennials look for, or what a worker looks for, it fluctuates year by year. And for the last decade, money has not been number one. You got to figure out what your employees are motivated by, especially the millennial generation, since we are the future. So I would just say, take that into consideration. The second thing is collaboration. Like I said, we all want to do great work, and especially the millennial generation, we take pride in doing great work. So we want to make sure that we're on the best team for collaboration. And we also want to get credit for that collaboration, because we feel like, hey, look, we put in the hard work. It's not enough just to say, well, you know what? We give you a job, just do what you're told. No, we want to make sure that we're doing the best that we can in a collaborative way. Not only that, we're believing more in teamwork, because now we get to the point of, if everybody do their job, there won't really be too much of an imbalance. So everybody becomes essential, everybody becomes important. So when everybody comes together and do their part, that's less work, that's less stress, that's less everything on everybody else. Then that it also increases connection, and it also increases work-life balance. So there's multiple benefits when also, collaboration is at hand. And then the last thing is compensation, which is something that can be very controversial. I mean, the compensation structures, that's, like I said, that's a whole other episode. I can really, give my thoughts on compensation. But, millennials feel like we just want to be compensated fairly. Or if the base compensation is not high enough, then, the total compensation package should be very convincing. What do I mean by that? So if they have a low base salary, but if the company is successful and it's paying out dividends and bonuses to executives, millennials that are subordinates will love to participate in that profit sharing as well. Not just the executives. Now, as millennial generation, there are things that millennials need to work on, such as their skills, to improve their skills and being more disciplined, in the sense that to put them in positions to take advantage of opportunities to learn more money. To earn more money. Well, we need to learn about money so we can also earn more money. But yeah, the thing is to earn more money. So compensation is very important because we all need to survive. So millennial generation feel like, well, hey, look, it's just like, a concept that I'm talking about in my upcoming book on leadership. Well, we all know about splitting the pie. But a lot of times when it comes down to splitting the pie, millennials don't get their fair share. And it's not just millennials. It could be anybody. It could be Gen X. It could be any other employee at a company. So, like I said, those are the three things that millennials really, or at least from my perspective, the top three things that millennials want in the workplace. Number one, they want connection. Number two, they want collaboration. And number three, they want compensation, to be paid equally or adequately for the work and the contribution that they do. So, thank you for watching this video. I look forward to seeing another one. Simmons out.